Do you really need an expensive cold plunge, or can a $100 tub do the same thing? After testing the Nurecover pod with hundreds of pounds of ice in 100-degree weather, I found the answer. I split my overall rating into 5 categories so you can see why I gave it the score I did. I started with water in the high 70s and added 35 pounds of ice. The water only dropped into the low 70s, so I added another 90 pounds of ice to get it down to 55 degrees, and for reference, anything above 59 degrees Fahrenheit isn't even considered a cold plunge. Less than 24 hours later, it was back in the mid-60s. If you live somewhere hot and plan on just using ice, the insulation simply isn't good enough. So insulation gets a 1 out of 5. The one thing it does have going for it is its fit. I'm 5'10" and can fully submerge comfortably, including my head. It feels slightly larger than similar tubs, and getting in and out is super easy. Size and fit gets a 5 out of 5. And it's not just spacious, it's pretty durable too. Even when it's full of water, it feels sturdy. The walls hold their shape well, and I never felt like it would tip over. Durability gets a 5 out of 5. Where it starts to slip is what comes with it. It comes with a repair kit, hand pump, insulated lid, debris cover, telescopic hose, thermometer, and more, but most importantly, it comes with water chiller connections. Honestly, most of the accessories feel cheap, and I wouldn't mind if I didn't have them. The one exception is the water chiller connection, because if you do plan on connecting a chiller, you have to have it. So accessories get a 2.5 out of 5. But one thing that's great is how easy it is to set up. Setup took less than 5 minutes, and there's nothing really complicated about it. And the bottom has a drain plug, which makes it really easy to empty. Setup gets a 5 out of 5. That brings the overall score to a 3.7 out of 5, which sounds decent, but since insulation is the most important part of a cold plunge, the overall score is closer to a 2.7 out of 5. That means it's a good tub with bad insulation. That's really the simplest way to describe it. And the tub only costs about $100, which sounds great, but the problem is the ice. In a hot climate, you could spend more on ice in just a few days than the tub itself. So who's it best for? I think it's best for someone who either lives somewhere cold and plans on keeping it outside, or someone who plans on connecting a water chiller and keeping it in the shade. But if you're planning on buying a tub that holds ice for multiple days, I don't recommend this one. Instead, I'd spend an extra $20 on the IcePod Pro with much better insulation. By the way, nobody paid me to make this video. If you want to buy it, the first link in the description helps support the channel at no extra cost. Overall, I think the Nurecover Cold Plunge is a decent tub with a water chiller, but for use with only ice in hot climates, I think most people would be disappointed. If you know of a cheap cold plunge that actually holds ice for multiple days, leave a comment so I can review it. Alright, thanks. Peace.